YouTube, out here in the goat pasture today, just driving through things, checking on the stock, making sure everybody's doing all right, having a look at the guard dogs. But another thing I'm doing while I'm out here is I'm driving through my forage stand and I'm evaluating it, seeing what kind of quality and quantity I have left, and trying to get a gauge of where I'm at in my rotation and when I need to make my next pasture move. And so the observation that I've made in the last couple years of doing this is that there's definitely some species of plants that those goats will go to first when they're turned into a paddock. Their first choice or first level of feed, first tier of feed. And that those are species that you can kind of watch and use as an indicator that, hey, these goats have gone through their first choice of feed, that they've transitioned now to a slightly lower value of feed. And depending on what your goals are for the pasture, for the goats, where they're at in their production cycle, etc., it's something that you can use as a gauge or as a indicator again to, do I need to move or do I need to stay a little longer? And so in this pasture, this time of year, here it is end of July, North Texas, I've picked out 3 species that I use as an indicator sometimes to show you guys or share with you, and just kind of help you understand what I'm trying to do here. And so I'll show some B-roll here. The first one is in the top center is a sumac plant known as skunk bush. It's got a couple other names, but it's in the sumac family. The second one, clockwise, is gumbomelia, and the third one is a tanglefoot, or what's elbow bush is another name for it. But anyhow, those are three species of plants, through the summertime that these goats will readily eat upon being turned into a paddock, and it's something that I've used as an indicator that hey, it's getting close to time to move these goats. You look at this stand of brush with those plants in it, and it's heavily browsed. You can clearly see a browse mark from where those goats stop eating, and it's probably time to be getting them moved. So I'll take you down off the stand. I'll show you kind of some of this you can see right here behind me of how heavily they've browsed it. There's certainly still leaf on these plants that you can see, but they've certainly consumed a lot of it. And after I do that, I'll take you across our temporary wire over there to our next paddock, and I'll show you what all the same sort of brush looks like that hasn't been grazed. The last time this stuff was grazed, it was about 90 days ago, right around mid-April, end of April. We pulled them out. This was our kidding trap. It got grazed pretty heavily. They were in this area for about 6 weeks. I had a back fence that I continuously took down and increased the size of the paddock. But this was the paddock they started out in during that kidding period. Okay, so here's a gumbomelia tree that has not been grazed. This is in the next paddock we're going to, and you can just see how full that plant is, how much leaf there is on it. Over here to the right is that's some tanglefoot bush right there in front of you. Hopefully that's focusing in pretty good. But you see even down here, down low, just how much leaf is there compared to where we were just a little bit ago. I don't think I have any skunk bush here handy to show you guys, but you can see this whole stand of brush, how different it looks compared to where we just were at. So to give you guys an idea, of kind of what we're doing here. All right, YouTube, well, that's all for today. I really appreciate you guys watching. I really enjoy making these videos. I think it's pretty neat to be able to share what I'm doing out here with this goat herd and trying to accomplish on the land, and what I'm learning, and what I've already learned. So plan to make more of these videos. Hopefully you guys like them. Let me know what it is you like and don't like, and so I can try to kind of shape them up and make them as interesting as possible and as informative as possible. So, all right, well, hope everybody out there is having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.